Board exams are around the corner. And if you're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, or just plain stuck, you're not alone. But what if I told you there's a way to stay calm, focused, and ace your preparation? We'll explore simple and effective ways to manage exam stress and its anxiety. So let's get started. Firstly, let's begin by understanding what exam stress really is. Exam stress is nothing but it is your body's reaction to high pressure situations. But it's not always bad. I mean, if you feel exam pressure or anxiety, it means you care about your performance, right? But when it becomes overwhelming, it becomes anxiety, procrastination, and fear. And if you're feeling any of these things, there is no need to worry at all. It is very normal, and the key is to manage it effectively. But now, before knowing why we feel stress and anxiety, let us know some of its symptoms. And as far as I know, the symptoms are majorly three types. The first one is physical symptoms, second one is emotional symptoms, and the third one is behavior symptoms. So coming to the first one, physical symptoms. Physical symptoms is something like having headache, sleeplessness, and loss of appetite. Coming to the second one, which is emotional symptoms. Emotional symptoms are something like procrastination, avoiding studies, and comparing yourself constantly to the others. And if you checked any of these boxes, then just stick around. We are going to tackle one by one in order to overcome from this anxiety and stress. But before that, now we will discuss why do we really feel stress and anxiety during exams. So exam stress doesn't come out of nowhere. Basically, there are three main reasons why students feel this way. The first one is having high expectations. The second one is poor time management. And the third one is having fear of failure. Now, what is meant by high expectations? It is nothing but having the pressure to meet your expectations. Either they are from your parents, might be from your teachers, or sometimes it is yourself, which is overwhelming. And poor time management is nothing but not having a clear plan can make your workload feel impossible to manage. And lastly, fear of failure. It feels so scary because it is tied to our self-worth, right? But here is the truth. Exams are important, but they don't define your value. Next, coming to the part you have been waiting for. Now I'll share you some practical tips that can help you feel more in control. So basically, to make you understand in a detailed way, I'll divide the solutions into 7 different steps. So now coming to our very first step, which is creating a study plan. Firstly, start by creating a study plan for yourself, which means break your syllabus into smaller chunks and set your daily goals. And coming to the second step, which is taking regular breaks. Studying for hours without any breaks doesn't help you at all. It only tires your brain. So in this step, you can also use a Pomodoro technique. I'll explain you what is this technique is. So you need to study for 25 minutes straight and you need to take 5 minutes break. And repeat this for 4 times. After 4 times, you need to take 15 to 20 minutes break. And this is how you can study so well in a planned way. And coming to our third step, which is practicing mindfulness. Whenever you feel anxiety or stressful, just take a pause from the studying and take some deep breaths. By having these deep breaths, it can help you in calming your mind and brings you back to the present moment. And coming to our fourth step, which is focus on understanding but not on the memorizing. Just try to do not cram everything at your time. Focus on understanding the concepts. That's the easier way to remember for the longest time. And this also helps in application-based questions as well. Now coming to the fifth step, which is limiting the social media usage. We all know that social media is the biggest distraction in our lives. So to overcome from this, you need to first turn off your notifications. And you can also use some applications which can block the distractions during study time. And coming to the sixth step, which is talking about your feelings. If you feel so much of pressure while studying, you need to go and talk to someone whom you trust. Might be your parents, your friends, your teachers. Sometimes sharing your worries is what all you need to do in order to feel better. The last but the most important step is that prioritizing your health and sleep. Sleep is also as important as your studies. Aim for at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. And eat healthy meals every day in order to keep your energy up. So these are the 7 steps that you need to follow to overcome from the exam anxiety, stress and fear. By following all of these steps, you can do your best in your upcoming exams and score so well. And at last, I also want to provide you some tips that you can follow on the day of the exam. And the first tip is that packing ahead, which means you need to arrange all your required stationery and getting the printout of the admit card by the night before the exam. Coming to the second tip, arriving early, which means you need to avoid the last minute stress by reaching the exam center on time. The last tip is that stay calm. Firstly, you need to start with the questions which you are so confident. Don't dwell on the tougher ones at first. This brings me to the end of the video. But before going, I just want to tell you guys something. Remember that exams are important, but they're not the end of the world, right? Stress is natural, but it's all how you manage is what all it makes the difference. I know you have worked so hard and you are more capable than what you think. So just stay calm, stay focused and stay unstoppable.